the Acushnet Public Library Board of Trustees. We are being audio taped and videotaped, and we do have a quorum. First item on the agenda today is the Secretary's report and the executive session minutes from November 16th. Does anyone have any clarifications or questions on either of those minutes? Okay. None. We need a motion.
Motion to accept.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Thank you. Next is the budget.
All right, we are roughly about 5.5 months in FY24 regarding the total salary line. We have 2 more pay periods left for this year. And according to my calculations, we do have plenty of money so that we could schedule a meeting. Right now, I have everyone meeting except for one person on Friday, January 5th. From 10 to 12, so it will be our first staff meeting. The second item that I want to take note of on the budget is regarding the sales line. So we were credited back because the sales line that you see here that we paid $12,222 for has been refunded because we are now on the town's internet. This sales line that we have here would have been the Comcast that we paid sales for. So we received a check for $272.74, and I added it back to that account line 2 weeks ago. The last thing on the budget I want to discuss would be material. I've been kind of holding back on purchasing things, maybe because I'm just new and trying to figure out spacing and what goes out, what doesn't go out. But I am being more aggressive with spending on materials. So right now this includes books and DVDs. So last month I purchased the biggest order that I have purchased. And I intend to be a little bit more aggressive coming forth in regards to materials. Bottom line, we are doing pretty good, and I can't believe we're almost halfway there. And that concludes the budget.
Anybody have any questions or comments on the budget? If not, we need a motion.
Make a motion to accept the budget.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Next is an update regarding the alarm system and security cameras.
All right, so on November 30th, Wayne's Electric came in and we finally got our radio communicator. So what that means is we now have, if the alarm was to be triggered, we now have a direct line to fire or EMS or the police. It was maybe 20 minutes to install. The gentleman here showed me how to use the app, so now I can view the status of the alarm for the building. I can also see zones, so if something was triggered and we're not here, I can see where it was triggered. And then the second part to the alarm system is our security cameras. So our security cameras haven't been changed. What has changed is myself. I now have access to the security camera system. So last Friday, December 8th, someone from Wayne's came in and showed me how to use the app and install the app on my computer. So now we have full access to our security cameras. And it was a little bit of a struggle finding the username and so forth, but it's working and we're all set. Knock on wood that we're all set with our security for now. Okay.
Anybody have any questions on that? Comments? No? All right. We'll move on to the next is the update regarding the awning over the front door.
I can do that.
All right.
Back and forth with Jim Morant, a bit of telephone tag for a couple of weeks. Finally, Jim had a chance to come down here was it Thursday? I think it was last Thursday. Friday. He showed me what he had done downstairs, and it's mostly done. There's a bit of prep work that needs to be done on the outside. Being that it's the winter time, it's really not the best time of year to do it. It's quite large, and unfortunately Jim won't be able to complete the installation. So it falls back on us, I guess me, to spearhead that. So I am going to call somebody in town who might be interested in helping out. The other alternative would be, because Jim said there is money been set aside, would be to call maybe the Roche Brothers or something like that. They could come out here and have it done and probably do it as soon as the schedule opens up. So there might be something that you might want to entertain, just for comparisons. And they would get it done a lot quicker than I could.
Absolutely right.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Seth DeRoche has helped us out before too.
Seth's a good
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
Former student. So, yeah, I would contact Seth, and I don't mind calling Seth and talking to him.
Right.
And have him come here and explain what's been done, what needs to get done, and let him and his crew of carpenters come and just figure it out.
That sounds
They-
great.
Yeah, it still needs a skin for the roof, so that, he's got plywood on it now, but it's gonna need either rubber membrane or you could use cladding, a metal cladding, but I'm assuming he's gonna probably wanna use rubber. It's a lot cheaper.
But that would probably be something that they should be able to do, right?
It's just-
Putting it up,
yeah,
yeah.
It's a small piece
They
of
do.
rubber membrane.
Okay.
Yeah, so this stuff that needs to be left, that needs to be done with the portico now, it's easy to explain, and those guys could probably pick it up right away. And
Okay.
some of the drainage has to be pitched a certain way, but something that can be easily taken care of.
Okay.
No problem getting it out of the basement.
Jim said no problem getting it out of there.
That was what I wondered about.
Yep. Yep. If he said he could do it, then I could always call him back and ask him how exactly he had it figured out. So I pick it up, turn it sideways, and do through the door.
Go through the door, alright.
Good luck.
I did look back to see what we had earmarked for this, and we had voted, in 2022, we voted, $4,000 to be used toward it, and it was at 800, just under 900 has been used so far, so we still do have quite a bit.
There is work to be done on the brackets. There's a fair amount of rot on if you're facing the building, the right-hand side one. Jim had not gotten to that. On the left-hand side, you can see he made some splices in there and worked in some new wood. So the same thing would have to be done on the right-hand side. And there's a little bit of prep work to the building itself that needs to be done before it can be put back in place. It's almost there. So,
That's good.
Whatever.
Yeah,
We have
whatever,
to- We
yeah,
have no choice, we have to do it.
Yeah.
So
no, it has to be done.
the sooner the better.
And you know what, it's a part of the building and it does have a charm to it.
Yeah, right.
So,
Function.
yeah.
That's right.
Right? Perfect, thank you.
Yeah.
For the update and for, continuing to work through that, so we can get that back on.
We'll get done. We'll get it done.
Appreciate it, yeah, definitely. Does anybody else have any questions or comments or anything on the awning? Alright. An update regarding the new table.
So, last meeting, the board approved, the Friends purchasing a table for the YA area. Well, we were able to get a free table off of Buy Nothing Facebook group. We received two basically brand new tables from a law firm in New Bedford.
Wow.
They are now sitting in the YA area. We instantly added 4 seats, and you could definitely stick on 2 more seats onto this table. And it's been wonderful. I know it's only been almost a week, and it's been used, and it's great to now have that space where if there's an overflow, yes, of if the study rooms are being used, and we're like, oh, we have this table, and it's a square, so it's a big size, and it's And it's right in the middle, so it's not pushed up against anything, so it's slightly different than when we used to have the table, but it's bigger. So, and then actually Ren thought about doing a craft in that area yesterday, but it didn't happen, so it will have multiple uses. But when you do leave, take a look at it, and I think it's absolutely fantastic. And I told the friends, and they were thrilled, and I brought them a quote for a table, and the shipping for just the table was $300 and a $700 table. So I was like, I can't. But things just happened, and I'm grateful that we were able to have this, and I thank the law firm for this, and it's it looks brand new. But they're nice. They're not, you can move them around, but they are nice and heavy. So it looks great in the space. I just wanted to update that.
Yeah, good job.
Really good job. Creative solution. I like
Great,
that.
it is, it's awesome. Anybody have any other questions or comments on that?
That's how I got some rocking chairs for my classroom. My brother was moving his little office to someplace else, so I got some nice upholstered chairs for the parents to sit on.
They were trying to
Perfect.
instead of the
Right,
yeah.
the little ones.
They were saying that no one goes to the law firms anymore. Everything's done on Zoom, so they have all this furniture. And oh, it's fantastic. Brand new.
Yeah, that's great.
That's awesome.
Use the money for programming or something.
There we go. Moving on to new business and updated library card application.
So in front of you, I have our adult and children's card application. On the adult card, I would like to add 3 new lines. So under first name, we have a line called common name, which is just if your name is different than what's on your ID. A lot of people go by a nickname. This is what that means. When we input a record into the database that we use to check out items and so forth, it will search both fields. So, on that end, it doesn't really matter. What would happen is that the common name would show up in a patron's record, and the first name would be kind of hidden. We would be able to see it, but the common name is what we would see, and if we have to speak to someone, we would call them by their common name. And then the third line is, when we're creating a record, we ask if patrons would like the history turned on. I think we could skip that and just put it on the application, and then they can decide yes or no. And the third line is just letting patrons know that when they sign up for a library card, we automatically just put the last 4 digits of your phone number, and then if they want to change it, they can go online and change their PIN. So this is just items that are easier on us. And for the children's application, it's basically the same minus the common name, because they don't have IDs. So I would just ask if the board would approve allowing me to edit this so that we can have these 3 items on the application.
Anybody have any questions before we take a vote? All right, we need a motion.
Motion.
Do you want them individual?
You can do this too. We can just do a motion to approve the 2 library card applications. And it's a
Oh,
motion.
second.
All right, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. All
Where's
set.
that?
Director's report.
Just 3 highlights of the director's report. The first item is yesterday I attended a Zoom session on First Amendment audits. If you're unaware of what that is, it's individuals who go into public spaces and basically film. We have our spaces labeled what's private and what's public, but we need a little bit more of a checklist in the event of this happening. So I will be speaking with the town hall, the police chief, and the Massachusetts Library Board of Commissioners will be putting out a checklist that will be something that I could work with while I create a more formal plan in the event if this was to happen here. The second item that has been really big, if you use the mobile app on, for the sales mobile app, it is now defunct. Unfortunately, something happened between the two vendors, and the server does not communicate with the catalog, so the app no longer works. The only function you can use on the app is if you have your library card on it. Other than that, what you see on the app is just a snapshot of, a screenshot of what happened that moment the catalog just stopped talking to each other. So we've had numerous calls like, oh, I checked return this item, and I'm like, oh, are you looking at the app? Yes. Well, unfortunately, the app is no longer updating. So to combat this, I have on our webpage, so acupl.org, I have added a quick link. So it says Sales Mobile App, and then it says click here to view your account. You can click on it, and then on your phone, you're doing this all through a web browser. You can view your account, place holds, so basically do things before apps. But I simplified it so that way when we're explaining to someone, it's much easier. And I just created little handouts that detailed how to do it, because we have a lot of questions. Sometimes it's easier just handing someone the information on a piece of paper. And we also have QR codes for those who just want to scan it and log in that way. And those are at the desk. The timeline for the mobile app, they're looking at like somewhere between February and March. So we're going to be without a mobile app for a while. Sales has been updating us, the directors, and right now they're looking at different vendors. So that's all the information I have regarding that. But we're just telling the public and posting it on social media and those that come in here about the app. And this has been going on now for almost 2 weeks, and we're still getting a lot of inquiries about it. But I'm trying to, get the word out. And make it as simple as possible, because it is really confusing, if you're not tech savvy, or, it's a lot of library terminology, but hopefully what we've done will ease this, because, the mobile app is wonderful.
I used the link and I was able to get in, so
Perfect.
it was good, because I'm a big mobile app user,
Yes.
and I was like, what do I do now?
Yep.
But I was able to go in there and to do the holds.
So if you do use it for the library card, keep it. If
Yes.
you don't use the app for the library card, delete it, because it's going bye-bye.
Yes.
It's gone. But a lot of people do use it to, to carry a library card.
Exactly. Perfect.
So we promote, use the app. Now the app's not working, so it is what it is. But we'll get through it. So, and I just can't wait to see what comes out. Maybe it'll be better. And that's basically it for the director's report. Anybody have any questions about anything else that I might, just not listed on the director's report?
Do you have any special activities planned for Christmas?
So for Christmas, we do have our holiday concert with Cameron Shade Orchestra. So it'll be, I think, 8 pieces, if I'm not mistaken. So much smaller than the 19 that were outside. It will be held in here, and that will be Thursday, December 21st at 6. If the weather's nice, we can open the windows. Maybe some people want to sit outside. We'll see. And then we do this Saturday. We do have a very informal coloring a snow globe so we can decorate our community windows, and that's with Ren this Saturday at 11. And then we have our take and make. So right now we are taking a break from story time. So every Wednesday, Ren is putting out a new take and make. So that might sound familiar. That's what COVID days, we have a lot of take and makes, we're not making, to that extent, but you can drop by, take a bag, everything's in there that you need to create something really, really cute. Right now, it's a little, pine cone ornament with pom-poms, and it's adorable. I want to create. So, but the holidays would be the Cameron Shade concert, that's the big thing, that's coming up.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And change of hours for Christmas?
So the only thing that is changing is, so Saturday the 23rd and Saturday the 29th. 30th. We're open half a day. So yes, because we're only open from 9:30 to 2:30, we are closing at 12:30. So that's going to happen on that day. Other than that, we are closed Christmas Day and we are closed New Year's Day. We are open the following day. So a little bit different than Thanksgiving, but that's
Good. Sounds good. Any other questions? Alright. If that is all we have, then we have the next meeting. I have, Wednesday, January 10th at 12:30. If that works for everyone. Jerry, that works for you?
Yes.
Works for me too.
Works for you?
Yeah,
John?
I'm good.
Oh, Nancy's checking. Nope, not good for you.
Oh.
At what time? 12?
12:30?
I'll make it work.
You sure?
You can
I
change
can-
the
I got-
hours.
I'll make it work.
Okay,
So,
alright. Alright, then we'll do Wednesday, January 10th at 12:30. Alright. That's it. If we have no other business, we need a motion.
Motion? Good job.
Thank you.
Second.
All in favor?
Right?
Aye.
Aye. This December 13th, 2023 meeting of the Acushnet Public Library Board of Trustees is officially adjourned. It is 1 o'clock. Thank you. Happy holidays.